to go on the YouTube.
Oh, and we're live.
All right, what's happening? Good to see you.
What's up, man?
What's up, brother?
How
You're
you
looking
been, bro?
good.
You too, bro.
You're looking handsome. Is it this shirt? Is it
It's
is
the
it the
shirt.
hair? What's going on? What's your secret?
It's the purple bottle shampoo. That's what I use.
Well, it's whatever it is. It's looking good on you, pal. It's looking really good on you. You look summer ready.
You look like you just went to a wedding.
Well, no wedding in the South, maybe. Nah, my baby brother got me this shirt. It's actually his wedding in 2 weeks from now.
Oh
so
shit! Congrats to your
awesome.
bro, man.
Thank you. Yeah,
Hell yeah.
appreciate it. We're super excited. I'm really happy for him and his fiance,
Hell yeah.
Neil and Sam. Mwah, I
Shout
love
out.
you. I love you. I'm so excited for them. I'm working on my speech right now as we speak, so it's been a lot of fun. Yeah, no, it's super fun. I'm really excited. It's just a good family memory. But no, I'm really excited. Everything's looking good. Nothing but up from here, baby.
Now, real quick, man. You went to Niagara Falls recently.
I did go to Niagara Falls. Yeah. We were talking a little bit about it before the show.
We were talking about people that threw themselves out of the Niagara Falls and survived.
Yeah, they
Crazy.
people would go over the falls. Not just leaping. A lot of them would go over in wooden barrels or steel barrels and just go over the falls and survive. The very first person to ever do it on record in a wooden barrel, amongst other things to intentionally go over, was a woman. Her name was Annie Edson. And
Did she survive?
she did survive.
Whoa.
She
So
did
the
it-
first person to do it and survive was a woman.
Yeah.
Nuts.
And she, believe it or not, her story was that she was going to do it for her 63rd birthday,
Sheesh.
just to like gain a little bit of
Right?
fame and
63.
notoriety, right? She's a little older, might not be as young and
That's
agile.
why she did it.
But now she asked somebody, we're good?
yeah.
Are we
Okay.
in it?
Now we just started. Now let's tell me your story again.
I should have checked all along, you sneaky fucker. That's my only one and F-bomb of the night. I should have checked on this. Let's see. Check in.
Honestly,
Check,
I
check.
to it and I was like, wait.
Check. 1, 2. So we're going to just do a quick.
Let's tell me your story again.
You're gonna have to recap.
Yeah.
That was
All
my
right,
only F-bomb of the night. Welcome aboard, everybody.
There you
Good
go.
to see you. Welcome to Hawkwind's Radio Picture Show. For those of you guys just joining us for the very first time, welcome aboard. If you like the show tonight, please hit like, hit subscribe, share it with a friend, and check out some of our other videos as well. We are a platform by Chicagoans for Chicago arts and entertainment and media and music and dancing and having a lot of fun of fun. For those of you, again, just joining us for the first time, we would love to hear from you. If you go on to the YouTube link here down below, we have a chat. Leave us a message in the chat. Leave us a message in the comments. We'd love to hear from you. Let us know where you're coming from. Unless, of course, you're coming from Akron, Ohio, then OH, get lost.
What you got against Ohio,
I
bro?
don't really have anything against Ohio. I really wish they would fix up Ohio, honestly. It's
Ohio.
heartland of America, and it's kind of falling apart.
What in the Ohio is this?
OHIO.
Have you ever met anybody from Ohio?
I've
never
met plenty of people
I've
from
never
Ohio.
Met, I'm starting to think Ohio's not a real place.
Oh, believe me, it exists. It exists. No, it's the heart of America, and a lot of shit's falling apart there. They got fucking trains falling apart and this and that. Let's send some love, nothing but love to our friends in Ohio.
In Ohio. Yeah.
But no, man, I'm excited. We got a really great show tonight for you guys. For all of you music fans out there, we have a very great DJ here. Please allow me to introduce. He has been in his late. He's been in the.
Take a deep breath.
Sorry, it's a lot to work
I'm the
on.
one who's supposed to be nervous here.
I'm sorry. It's not every day I get to meet Mr. Bobby. From his teen years in the late 90s, Mr. Bobby has dedicated his life to music and entertainment. As an event organizer, he unites people from diverse backgrounds through their shared love of music. As a DJ, he is skilled and seamlessly transitions between genres, allowing him to read the crowd and deliver exactly what they crave. His many accolades include some from Chicago's favorites like North Coast, Spring Awakening, Ruido Fest, Pilsen Fest, Tacos y Tamales Fest,
I love tacos and tamales.
Sabor Fest, Mole Fest, and many, many more. Beyond Chicago, he's DJ'd in Texas, Wisconsin, Michigan, Indiana, Missouri, and continues to expand his reach, solidifying his status as a dynamic and versatile talent in the music scene. Everybody, please give it together one more time for Mr. Bobby.
Woo. Yeah.
Sorry, I kind of blacked out there for a second. Bobby, what's happening?
Hi. Oh my God. How'd I get here?
Bobby Hernandez, welcome to the show, my friend.
Thank you for having me on here. Really excited. It's nice to be here again. Specifically, it's really cool.
Yeah, we were talking earlier before the show got started that you've been in this place as it's transitioned throughout the years.
Yeah.
Tell us a little bit. When was your first time in this building?
I'm really bad with years. Life just kind of goes into one really long year that just keeps going and going. So
They say time is linear.
I would say Flabby invited me a long time ago. It was a good time, just it was me, some other people I'd never met. He had like little games and stuff that he would have us answer questions and yeah, it was just a really wacky, fun time. He was the guy himself is a really interesting character, like he has like this really thin mustache.
That's
like a really thin black mustache with white big hair.
That's the one thing when a lot of people that he's interviewed we've also interviewed, and they're all like, yeah, dude, the one thing I remember is his drawn on mustache.
Yeah,
It was drawn
yeah.
with Sharpie every single interview.
Was it a Sharpie?
I don't
It
know what
looks
it
like
was.
it.
But
Just the pencil
something.
style?
He did something with it. Yeah, Sharpie or pencil or some sort of makeup thing.
I was gonna do the same thing actually. Try to like play some ambient or whatever. Just kind of do the same thing. Yeah. I actually was thinking of putting some makeup on because Squeak did it, and I do that whenever I get a chance to for like a lot of different events. I get a lot of like screenshots from makeup ideas from every different place, like video games, magazines, movies, and then I'll just combine the different ideas and put it all over my face. It's fun.
Oh yeah.
Very cool. Yeah, we would love to see it next time. So tell us,
Yeah.
for the folks who are just tuning in, who's never heard of DJ Mr. Bobby, tell us a little bit about yourself. Where are you from? Where did you get started? And who made you the person you are today?
So let's see. I started really young. My older brother and my cousin had a group called Profound Image, and they would rent out banquet halls where we would get like 1,000 people every single time. My mom would be at the door, and just the variety of music was pretty cool. We'd have techno, merengue, Spanish rock, new wave, industrial, and all those all in one event, which I feel like doesn't rarely ever happens anywhere around here now. So it was really cool. It was just like a lot of people. I felt like I had to say hi to every single person. So I'd like walk around, say, like introduce myself. I was way more social back then. I don't know what happened now. I'm just kind of like quiet in the corner, just like hiding behind the DJ deck.
Oh yeah.
But yeah. Well, we did that. Then I wanted to do events on my own. So I actually started throwing punk shows with some friends. I did the Swayze Complex. I only did 2 really, but they were pretty big. It was cool because we would make flyers. I don't want to say what kind of flyers they were, but
What
I
kind
should.
of flyers were there?
So I was going along with the suicide theme, and then I would put the bands around like the different suicide themes. So one would be like drink bleach, and then just put the bands around there, and then you can get the idea for the rest. So I was doing that for a little bit. Then some friends and I started talking about throwing parties. So we started doing like backyards. We called ourselves Android Cult. we did some like I think the first one was probably a cafe actually. Then we went to like empty.
How did you come up with the name Android Cult?
Somebody else did.
Were you guys not iPhone users?
I don't think that was a big issue back then. We just like robots, you know. So yeah, the first one was a cafe. Then we did empty loading docks, empty storefronts, warehouses. From there, I just started to do things on my own. Actually, from there, I went to one of my friends invited me to go to New York, and I went to a party called Motherfucker, and that itself inspired me so much that I kind of wanted to do my own version here. So there, the party in New York, it was a party in a church. There was multiple rooms. One room was techno. One room was electro, like blog house kind of stuff. Another room, like you had to walk through some maze. One room was rockabilly. And then on like the main room, the main act was the Cramps. So before, he passed away, I got to see him. Wow. It was so amazing, like I remember the drinks were like $30 or something crazy, but you're partying in a church, Yeah, it was I just thought the idea of combining all the different genres, because for a while, again, I just did pure house or and some new wave or something for like the events that I started doing on my own. Which I started calling myself Mr. Bobby's World. Like was the whole. I didn't really have a crew. It was just it would be me inviting friends to join me. But yeah, I wanted to do it for myself, so I started asking friends to see what bands I could incorporate into my event. So I would had some bands. I actually did a really cool one with Squeak Starzula, and we had a couple bands. It was the coolest thing, honestly. Just like her and Mario were my first artists that I ever had, where I would ask them to come join me. They would do live painting. They were actually it was like their first time doing live painting too, so they were a little scared. But yeah, I invited them, and slowly, I did still have bands. Slowly, I kind of wanted to do more and have themes. So I started doing a lot of themes, mostly for my birthday, but now it's only for my birthday. But before that, I did things like, I don't know if you've ever seen the movie They Live with Rowdy Piper. You know what that is? Course, yeah.
So chew bubblegum and kick ass.
Yes, yeah. So we got a bunch of glasses that we would give out to the first few people that came in, and then I had my mom print out giant pieces of paper that said buy, consume, juke, procreate, and all those, and I would just put them up against the wall. I had one friend, his name is Chucky. He did suspension, and he just started going back and forth, like suspended over the crowd, and everyone was just like looking at him, terrified. It was the coolest thing. But yeah, so I did They Live. I've done Under the Sea, Enchanted Forest, Heaven and Hell, Wonderland.
And these are all for your birthday?
Yeah, those are all mostly for my birthday.
When's your birthday?
December 29. So every year I do something different. This year, the past, I did Mr. Bobby and the Chocolate Factory.
Oh, shit.
Awesome.
And it's funny, a friend of mine told me after the fact, he told me, you should have probably put a little more thought into what you called it. So I'm like, Mr. Bobby and the Chocolate Factory. I'm like, oh, damn. But you still think of the movie first, then you think of poo. The year before that, I did Killer Clowns from Outer Space, but I called it Bass Clowns from Outer Space.
Oh, shit.
I love that.
Yeah.
That's one of my all-time favorite movies.
Right. They're supposed to remake
Killer
it.
Clowns is great. Yeah,
Isn't that cool?
Oh, that'll be incredible.
Yeah,
especially with the way they can do puppetry and CGI now.
Yeah.
Absolutely insane.
Super excited to see that.
It's such a weird.
I hope they keep it campy though.
Oh, totally.
They have to, otherwise I'm gonna be upset.
Right. The best scene is when he like makes the dog, and the dog is like becomes a balloon dog becomes a sniffing dog, and he's running through the forest with it. And I'm like, that doesn't make any sense, but like I just love it.
So we wanted to do that the parties. Each party is like we get a lot of friends to create these different decorations. So one of the things we wanted to do, but we didn't get to do, is like get some really strong wiring and then like a leash, and then just get the balloons and make a dog, and then just somebody would be walking around with a dog. That's
awesome.
one of the ideas we did, but we wanted to do, but we didn't do that. I did get to rent some giant mushrooms from a friend. Natalia, she created a giant Cheshire cat. We bought some fabric from Joann's because you know how they were closing. I went overboard and bought a lot of them because they were pretty. And yeah, she took some of them and made a giant Cheshire cat that you can actually pet, and it was really cool. You know, like the under the sea one. An idea I had was to put a bunch of balloons. They were all blue balloons. Tie them all up and hang them from the ceiling, so it would look like, you know how like if you see video, you see like the bubbles kind of going up, you know, from the water, like in tanks and stuff. So that I use is it Etsy? Well, I get different ideas from everywhere and try to recreate them myself. Like I got a bunch of umbrellas. We painted them a certain color, added some other like paper and stuff, and hung them upside down so they have like the tentacles hanging, and they would just be hanging from the ceiling. And just like different ideas like that.
Are these events open invite, or are they?
Yeah,
private
they're
events?
open. They're open invite once a year. I try to promote it as much as I can, but they're usually at a private location where I can't really promote online. Like I can't spend money on advertising.
Sure.
But they usually fit a good like 300 to 400 people.
Wow.
You know, I'd like to have that many people, but it's difficult when you're not spending money. Real talk, because Facebook and Instagram, they don't really let you promote like that if you don't give them money.
Right. Now, talking about promoting events, how do you, without the social media aspect of your events, how do you get? Because I've gone to like some like Mr. Bobby events, and they're pretty packed most of the time.
Yeah.
How do you build that kind of community to get your event so packed like that?
I actually started collecting emails. I have like 6,000 emails at the moment. Not everybody goes, and I'm sure some of them probably are like dead emails, to be honest. I've done that a lot. I try to utilize every social media, so I'll use like Instagram, Facebook, Blue Sky, Threads, even X. Radiate, which is like more of a party social media thing. You can like say, oh, I'm going here, and then you have other friends who are going too. It's not, you don't like, you can share pictures and stuff. It's a different thing. I really just try to find anything for like when I promote the Blacklight event. I use that, and I even go to like other websites. Like if they share other events, there's like at least 20 to 30 other websites that I go to. I share those websites on my blog, MrBobby'sWorld.com. If you go to the event page, it's on the very bottom. I keep my whole list there, so I can go there every single time I try to update my event list. I really just try to do everything. I know back in the day, I would, when I had more time to promote, because life has gotten really chaotic and busy, which is great. But I used to actually get stuff printed out, like posters, go in the street, put them up on the poles, have actual flyers, pass them out to everybody, leave them at cafes, tattoo shops, go everywhere and do it as much as I can. It was like, but yeah, now, like I said, I'm like DJing at least 2 to 3 times a weekend, and it's completely different types of events. I love what I do, but I decided now that I can't do everything by myself, so I try to reach out to other people and see who's down to like work with me, try something new, and just grow from there.
Have you ever done an event that has gotten shut down? And how do you deal with that?
So I've helped out in a lot of other people's events that have got shut down. I'm sure I have had a couple of mine back in the day. I remember we had one on Kedzie and like something, but it was at the Weiser House, I think we called it. And I called it Burn Baby Burn because it was The Doors, the Burn song, whatever. And then So my friends who were staying there, there was a practice spot. They were asked to move, so they were gonna literally break down all the walls that they built to give themselves rooms, and so we literally broke down all the walls, and we started a little fire pit outside of the warehouse and started burning the walls. But that's probably what got the cops to come, honestly. But yeah, whenever the cops come to any of these events, they usually just like look around. There's like it is very intimidating because there's like 5 to a few more police, and then there's like the big cars outside, and I don't know what they expect to see inside instead of people just partying and lasers and stuff. But they usually just go inside. They look at everybody and they just say, "Hey, everybody leave." So everybody's all scared. Most of them try to like go the opposite direction, like whatever other door you could find, and just leave. And they don't really say anything. They just kick everybody out. If they find the person who is running it or owns the space, they might give them a ticket or give them a warning. So it doesn't get too bad, It's Chicago. I feel like it's not as bad.
They've got other things to worry about.
Right.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, most of the time.
Right. I was hoping maybe you could talk about
so
you playing
things.
silent disco at North Coast.
Oh, yeah.
Kind of your way that you got your foot in the door there and how you built from there.
So my friend Martin, when I was throwing parties on my own, Mr. Bobby's World, he reached out to me and he wanted to start working with me. So he set up a meeting with me. And he says that I was mean. And I told him, I don't know who you are and I don't know what you do, so I don't want to work with you. Which I don't remember saying that, but who knows? Maybe I was drunk or something when he tried to ask me. But later on, we became really, really good friends. We started doing stuff together. He's amazing. He's inspired me so much. He has a amazing life, amazing career. He started working for React. And honestly, he's the main person, the main reason that I started playing the silent disco for Spring Awakening and North Coast. Constantly from the very first North Coast, for a couple of them, and then like maybe 3 or 4, maybe less, Spring Awakenings. Do remember this one story for Spring Awakening. It was at the football stadium, and I DJ all the time, so I'm like playing at these warehouse parties like till 8 a.m. sometimes, So I had to DJ at like 1 a.m. the next day at the festival, and I was so exhausted. I know I was drinking. I get there on time, and I'm like feeling like woozy and stuff. And I go on stage, I start DJing, and then all of a sudden I start getting. I warned them before I get on there that I'm feeling a little sick. I might need a bag to puke in. So I go up there, I start DJing, and then I start getting dizzy. And I'm like, oh, okay. And I started like looking for the person, whoever's like dealing with the stage manager. So like they come and bring me a bag, and I'm like I get dizzy. I didn't puke, but I do start noticing that my music is like bum 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 because I was mid transition when I started getting dizzy. It was really embarrassing, and so I did end up getting off. I'm sure the other DJs started early. And throughout the whole festival, because I didn't want to leave, so I just like kept going from stage to stage to hang out with my friends, and just laying down on the grass, and like sleeping but hearing, well, not sleeping but like laying down and like hearing the DJs play. I remember it was like Green Velvet was DJing with somebody, and I was just there laying down. It was crazy. I love Green Velvet specifically because of his music. Like he's grown from like this really unique like techno gothy stuff to like really being one of the main tech house producers in music industry. Like I love him. He's a really I never got to meet him, but his music is great. Definitely inspirational. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I do go off on tangents like from story to story. Like I said, I have a lot of stories that I just want to like say them all, and then I forget what I'm talking about in the first place.
Take us back to what it's like at Spring Awakening. It says that you opened the main stage for
that. Again, Martin, thank you. So yeah, Martin, I love him so much. He, I want to say it was when quarantine was coming back. and they moved it to the location by across the street from Costco, and I got to go there. I was actually showing up a little late. I got to what I was trying to get my credentials, and they're like, oh, we can't find it, whatever. Finally, because that took so long, I needed to get a little cart to the main stage. They like just went through this maze to get there really fast. Went on there, and it's so cool because like I've never experienced a stage that big, that well put together, giant walls and lasers and speakers, and then like just like there was a good amount of people out there. Like I actually recently saw a video of somebody sharing them opening up. I forgot what's I want to say it was EDC, and there was like maybe 2 people there dancing. And I was lucky enough to have a good, maybe at least 50, probably more. They were there. They're like I tend to look down a lot so I can focus on what I'm doing. So I didn't really look up, but every once in a while I'll look up and I'll be like, hey, I start laughing. And it was a good crowd. So
The
that
early risers.
yeah, like, well, I guess with here, a lot of people go really early because they want to catch every single part.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, that festival, like right when I got done, another DJ went on, and then it started raining like maybe halfway into his set, so everybody was told to leave. So I live like 5 minutes, 10 minutes away from there. So I went home. Everybody left. And then like around 5 p.m., everyone's told that you can come back. So we all went back over there. It was still kind of drizzling, but that was cool because, you know, you have the rain falling on you, you know, seeing your favorite DJs play, and everyone's just like enjoying themselves and falling on the mud. It was great. It was a great experience. Honestly, those are my favorite festivals, are the festivals in rain. I once went to a Riot Fest and it was pouring rain. It was a little cold, but it was so cool and funny. People literally falling all over the mud. Everyone's super muddy and just having a good time, and nothing mattered. You know, It was beautiful.
So you're DJing and you're like, you look up and you see a big crowd of people.
Yeah.
What's the first thing that goes into your like brain? Like, what are you feeling at that moment? Like, I'm sure it's something.
You know,
that
it's not even just there. It's not just at the big festival that I did get to play, or it's in general. I tend to look down, and I see, when I look up, I see all these people smiling at me. I get emotional. So yeah, I see them smiling at me and just like screaming my name, and it's just crazy how like what I do makes a really big impact on people's lives, on the memories they create with people. Like it's beautiful, you know. I love what I do, and I don't know, I really don't know what else I would do if it wasn't for music.
So then what got you into like the whole DJing culture, the whole like I guess, I don't know, electronic music culture?
So,
like, do you remember your first musical experience?
I guess well, again, when my cousin and my brother were organizing the parties, I was just a promoter. And back then, we would actually print out flyers. I would go across the street from schools and just like wait for kids to like walk around and like give them flyers, and they'd go over there. So I was just a promoter, you know, just helping out because I liked experiencing everything, being social, meeting new people, and just it was a beautiful vibe. So my cousin, he wanted to teach me how to play on vinyl. So like, you know, I played on his vinyl. I didn't want to do vinyl. I wanted to do CDs. And then the music I chose was a lot more like industrial metal, that kind of vibe. So yeah, I started on vinyl. I wasn't into it because you're like pinching the nipple and stuff, and like, you know, like slowing it down with your finger. It was not my vibe.
Nipples.
So do I. But yeah, CDs was my vibe. And it's funny because like the CD decks have just changed so much. The one that I started on was a 200, and the way it works with the music is it would bend the song, if you can imagine that. It bends it, and then it would go back to the BPM. the newer ones, I usually put it on vinyl mode, which is works more like a vinyl. So you can like speed it up rather than like the song bending, you know? And yeah. I don't know. I lost myself again. I get excited.
So, oh, so you're gonna say something?
Go for it. Ask me questions. Do it.
Yeah, I was gonna ask when did you kind of just start recording your own music at that point? And,
Yeah.
you know, what was kind of your goal for that, and what's some of the feedback you've received from it?
So yeah, the whole DJ thing happened. One of the guys who was in Android Cult told me to come over and start making music with him. I didn't really know how to make music, but I like had Reason, this program Reason that I would start making music on and just like play with stuff. And then he had Reason too, so he would put a beat and then I would put a beat, and I was really good at using my ears to catch the same beat as the other person. So I would try to catch his BPM by slowing down or speeding up the music, and then literally just pushing a bunch of buttons and making noises on the microphone. I remember one time, I guess his girlfriend came in from the other room, and she's like, "You guys are scaring me," because he's just like growling on the microphone, like, and I guess I think he called our music like evil house. So it was just like house type, but like just like growling and very industrial and noises, and it was fun.
So I'm a little curious, right? Because like I'm a musician myself, and so when you're talking about like catching somebody's BPM, like, what does that mean? So like, let's say somebody's is DJing, playing at a certain BPM.
So
what does that mean?
So Reason has an option where you can literally speed up the BPMs. So I would literally just press a button, speed it up to like 125, then go up 26, 127 until I caught the beat, and then slow it back down so I was the exact same beat as him. You get what I mean now?
Yeah. So like they're playing a song, and then you want to catch the same beat.
Yeah. So then the beats would be going on at the same exact time, and then that's when we would just press a bunch of buttons and scream and do weird noises.
So once you guys catch the same BPM, then you can fuck around.
Then take turns and doing. He was more of the keyboardist, and I'm just like make noises. Like Reason had some really really cool sounds. I kind of still want to go back to it and use it. It's a VST now rather than its all like own music system.
So do you have like a favorite piece of gear when you go on? Like, I'm very new to like the whole EDM DJing like world, so I'm not really too like familiar. Is there like a favorite piece of like, I don't know, DJ equipment that you have or something?
So going away from making the music, but making music, I've been using Ableton now. But as far as DJing, Pioneer for sure, because every single place uses Pioneer and Rekordbox. I actually just had my RX2 stolen, or I misplaced it. One or the other, probably I misplaced it, who knows, but I'm buying a newer one, the AZ. And yeah, Pioneer is definitely the way to go. You can do a lot of stuff. I've played with like other like Denon and other stuff, but it's just, I don't know, it just works differently that I'm used to. Yeah, Pioneer is the way to go for me, at least. I feel like for everyone.
Hell yeah.
Industry standard. Yeah.
Now, what's your creative process like? You know, what are some of the things that inspire you the most when you're making new music or when you're bringing music to the table?
So yeah, as far as making music, I'm not really classically trained. I still go by pressing a bunch of buttons until I like it. And then, so like, there's even moments where I'll literally just go like this on a keyboard and it'll record all the notes. And then I'll just start taking away notes as it goes until it sounds nice. And then from there, I'll like add other things, kicks and songs and lyrics. I actually sing. I wouldn't sing here now, but, but yeah, as far as my lyrics, they're usually, about like, what I'm going through and just kind of like let everything out, you know, like, and I'll record whatever it is that comes out of my mouth, and then later on go back and actually put it into form and actual better words. Like I'll get stuck and I'll just like, instead make noises and like, whatever. And then, just plug it in and slowly build it up and it becomes something. I honestly really do like my stuff. It's a little gothy and sad, but it goes all over the place. I've like made music with other artists. I just kind of just go with whatever comes out. I don't like get inspired by anything. It just happens. Yeah.
Now, if there were to be an emotion or some words that you would
Sad
hope
boy.
your people would pull out of, what would it be? Would it be sad boy?
I mean, that's just what comes out, you know. I'm not really trying to, like, I never thought I would ever become famous or with my own music or the DJing. I just liked having fun and spreading music. Yeah, there's no like, yeah.
What do you think gives you that longevity? Like, what do you think you resonate with so many people? Because like I've talked to a lot of people about like, oh, I'm doing this interview with Mr. and they're like, oh, I know Mr. Bobby. I've been to a show where he's been performing at. Like, what do you think gives you that like
I know what you mean. So I don't bravado.
Yeah.
I don't know what keeps people interested. I do like all genres of music, so I don't stick to one sound. Even when I play and I'm supposed to play one, like a certain like house set or something, I'll like go from house to tech house to hard dance and just kind of combine it all together, even like some more synthier stuff. And I don't know what keeps me, like what keeps, I don't know. I like being the character I am. I'm very unique. I like being weird and I'm very open with things that I go through. So a lot of times people feel that they like kind of know me personally because I'm very open online. The events I do are really unique. You know, it's not just another carbon copy paste fucking event. And so like people are interested in seeing that. Going back to like me trying to, so the main reason I started doing parties was really just so I can, well, now more so than ever, is so I can find time to hang out with friends. And most of my friends are artists, musicians, DJs, because that's become literally my life, just surrounding myself with these people. So like if I get to throw a party, I get to hang out with them and we're all just dancing and enjoying ourselves. And I don't know, I feel like people enjoy that, the fact that it's not just the same thing, the unique ideas and themes, the fact that I'll have different vendors. I don't like to. So when I first started DJing, one of the things that would happen is people would have the same lineup all the time, over and over, and I wanted a DJ, so I just started throwing my own parties. Like, I'm not gonna wait for anybody else to hire me. I'm just gonna do my own thing, and so that means hiring those people who have a crowd who throw their own events, and as well as working with my friends because I want to hang out with them and I want to have fun, and now more so than ever is hiring new people who have that same passion, who have just started, who want to help. Honestly, most of these events, I don't make very much money, but the people who come out because they just want to help, it makes these things work. Because, I can't pay everybody. I can barely pay myself, but that's not ever what it's about. I like doing it because, again, the memories, the connections, the smiles, the tears, just like the screams. It feels amazing.
What do you think the difference is between people that throw events for money compared to people that throw events for like the passion of the music?
They have more money. Yeah, they charge more. They're like $40 at the door. And I want to charge that much even because I put in so much more and it's more of an experience, but I still can't.
Right.
I still can't because I'd rather have a big crowd, a happy crowd, than a small crowd who's like all about money and they're a little more like, I don't know. I don't want to say anything mean.
At the end of the day, the other crowd cares more than the crowd that pays more money just to be in the place.
Yeah,
bit,
they're more
I
about
mean?
the visual aspect of like, I'm here and I'm cool.
The other crowd just like, I genuinely enjoy art and this is genuinely something that I enjoy doing.
Exactly. I want to create that. I want to create that safe space for myself because, like, again, I'm a weird person. So my whole life I've been made fun of, picked on, like, because I like being me. So like I want to, like, Blacklight Blackout is specifically, that's what I've been trying to do, is create a safe space for everybody to be themselves. to be happy, to be free, and not be judged, and not, just be themselves.
Can we talk a little bit about the blackout?
Black light blackout.
It's like it's not the first. You've been doing it or it's been happening for a couple years, right?
Yes.
How did it get started?
It started at Exit. My friend
RIP Exit.
I know. It's coming back. It's coming back.
Is it though? When?
I don't know. I don't know what it is. I saw someone shared a picture and it was him with the keys in his hand. So that means it's happening.
It's better, bro.
13 years of doing that party. So my friend Evan, we did a house party at his place. We started throwing parties at Exit. I think the first one was called. We did it with my friend Martin, who I had mentioned earlier, and we called it "Bring Your Daughter to the Slaughter."
Oh no!
I forgot about that. It's so good, and that's where we brought in the blacklight idea. I'm not sure if we had it there or after, but we started getting piñatas. I would go to this like piñata place right by on like Blue Island and Rockwell or something. I would get there, get some like Mexican candy. Evan would always yell at me, be like, "Why are you getting a Mexican candy? Get some name brand stuff." I'm like, "No, I like this stuff. I like the watermelon one with the chile."
Dude, those are good. Like the lollipop one.
Yeah.
That was awesome.
So like, we started with that first, and then Martin, he was making his good connections and growing bigger. Like I said, he worked for React. And now he works for Jam. I fucking love him so much. I'm so proud of him. He's inspiring, has a beautiful family. Like, I ideally would love to be like him one day. But yeah, Blacklight just kind of like, it started growing into this different thing. We would have people. So like, have you ever seen Party Monster?
I don't think so.
You have to
Put
watch
us on.
Party
Put us on.
Monster.
What is
Seriously, watch Party Monster. It's about this person from New York who would throw parties at this church venue. And basically everybody would dress up in makeup and unique characters and be kind of, like me and my friends, aren't here, but a little more like actual monsters, party monsters. That movie is one of the things that kind of inspired me to be who I am now. And so Blacklight, we had other people come in like hosts, and they would come all dressed up, and it was really wild, and like the neon colors everywhere, the black lights everywhere. Evan, I did put you through a lot. I'm sorry. He would go there, set up the black lights. I promoted a lot and did all that, and he was good at he did all like the managerial kind of stuff. And then at the end, I would have to DJ somewhere else. So he would be there, take down all the black lights by himself.
Oh shit.
But him and I did this for a very, very, very long time. He has a beautiful family now. He has 2 kids, so he had to take a break. And then I just started taking over and trying to incorporate my whole life basically into this one party. By now we have like 6 different vendors. I try to keep it to different people all the time, reaching out to whoever I can, the friends of friends and friends of friends. Even have live artists every once in a while. Again, different DJs all the time. I try my best to not get the same people over and over and over. I did want to bring up this one thing. So my friend Gabby, she invited me to go DJ in Texas, and I played in this one place called I think I put it on there, and my brain is
Texas Bodega.
So the Bodega. It was called the Bodega. And it was basically a little corner store, right? You have potato chips and a bunch of drinks on the walls. You go up to the cashier, pay your entrance fee, and then this giant cooler door opens up. You walk through there, and it's a giant bar, like really big, with a whole LED wall. And then they had a smaller room. Hold on one second. So they had a smaller room. with the pool table, and they had the silent disco headphones there. There wasn't a lot of people because it was like, oh my God, it was probably a Tuesday or a Sunday, whatever. I don't remember. But it was a couple people, whatever. I was DJing on both stages. They were playing dubstep on the main stage, more house and stuff like that on the silent disco. And what I noticed was people were taking and wearing the silent disco headphones from the other room in the pool table room, walking to the main stage and then just dancing there to the main artist, but listening to the other music. And I'm like, oh, that's so
cool.
funny. I'm like, oh, wait, I could do that at my party. So the music at Exit was really diverse. We would play juke, very little bit of dubstep, house, techno. Then we moved to La Nocturne. And in there, I felt like what worked the best was mostly house music. So getting inspired from Texas, I felt like, oh, well, if I incorporate a silent disco headphone stage, then I can get all the other music that we don't get to play anymore and have them play there. So we started getting the other stage. Honestly, La Nocturne helped us out a lot because that was after quarantine. We got stuck at Debonair. There wasn't very many people. We were making like $80 with a bunch of DJs, and how are we supposed to pay everybody? Everyone was scared to go out still. Yeah.
R.I.P. Debonair.
Yeah, that's another one. Well, silent disco stage. So we were at La Nocturne for a good amount of time. And then I just needed to move somewhere else that was gonna work for me a little better. And the point, a lot of my friends worked there, so they're like, "Hey, you should do it here. You should do it here." I was also asked by Never Have I Ever to go there. Like, it was really difficult to figure out where I wanted to go. It would have to be somewhere with two different rooms because La Nocturne is just one giant room. So because the silent disco area was at the furthest closest to the door, you still got a little feedback on the headphones. You could still hear the other stage. So the idea worked, but it didn't work really well. The point reached out to me. I went there, and I don't know if you've ever been there. No, not yet.
I have not. No.
It's a cool place, a very cool place. They have a giant LED wall. So when we go there,
where's that at?
The Six Corners in Wicker Park.
I think I've been there actually.
Yeah. Next to where Debonair was.
Yeah.
What was my story? Like I said, I get lost sometimes.
LED wall.
LED wall. Oh yeah. Other room. So because they have like, it's not really another room. It's more like the back area behind the stage. Because there's only the LED wall that's really separating the room, and like one wall. So we started putting the silent disco area there because it was a little more quieter because the speakers were facing the opposite direction. So it's not, colliding. I guess like a couple months ago, my friend had said, hey, why don't we do two stages? One could be open decks. So that means one stage I can have my friends do an open a takeover, and I can promote them, say, hey, everybody follow them. They're amazing. They do this and they do that. Support their DJs. And then the other channel could be just like whoever wants to come up if they want to DJ again because they had so much fun, or just have anybody go up there and play whatever they want. Because the best part is they could be a bad DJ. They could be playing a genre of music that isn't so palpable, and all that like they won't make people leave, because that's what was one of the problems I've had with open decks is like a DJ could be pretty bad, and then it's like, let me go outside for a while till they're done. But because you have the option to just literally take off your headphones, you don't hear anything. And you'll still have music playing on the main stage, so you're still enjoying yourself, or go outside and have a cigarette.
Theoretically, that sounds like a good idea.
It works. It works great. Yeah, it's honestly gotten a lot of people to come out. We just started in January there, and each one has been really, 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 really good. I'm really happy. Honestly, it's again, just organizing these things and bringing everybody together and supporting my friends and my artist friends and the vendors, and it makes me happy. It gives me a reason. It gives me life,
Oh, yeah.
a goal, I guess.
Now, you've done so many different events, so many themes, so many different locations. Now, if money to fund a crazy party to fit what's in your head, if money was not an option, what would that party look like? Where would it be? Who's performing? And what would you do in the party?
So, as far as who's performing, I always like to work with my friends because it just makes everything good. You know, I don't really have any bigger artists who I try to get bigger artists, and then it costs a little too much money, and then I don't make enough money to pay everybody off, and I feel bad. And so, like, I like working with my friends. So it goes back to me getting inspired by going to other places. Last year, I was invited by Orville Klein of Porn and Chicken to go DJ at Electric Forest. My friend Joe Vortek. I used to be a part of a group called with Martin, Orville, Joe Vortek, Demchuk, Mucho Culo, and we were called Custom Vibes. So everyone's doing their own thing, and they're all like really big in what they do, whatever. So I guess Joe Vortek is the main person for the general area. It's called the Dream Emporium, or one of the managers, whatever. And getting inspired from there. So like they have, if I had money, I would try to do something like them. So I actually sent a link of what it looks like, but each room has a different theme. So it goes back to what I've been doing my whole life, but I do a whole party. I did do one actually. I go back and forth. But one of my birthdays, I couldn't decide what I was going to call it. And I found this this place, Mojo's, and I had 5 different rooms. 1, 2, 3, 4 different rooms. So one was bands, one was just other, one was a video game room, one was a long room, and one was another room. And so I did different themes. One was Alice in Wonderland. The other one was, they have a bunch of tags, so I forgot. It was like something basic, like some street theme or whatever. Yeah, I try to do all that. Back to Emporium. Each room in the giant tent that has an AC has a different theme. One room was like an alien room where there was this person in like a big TV on their head and like glitchy face that was doing stuff, and they were just like going up there. It was like karaoke. Another room, you would go there and they would give you a list of paper. They were all dressed like Star Trek characters. They give you a list of different things to find throughout the whole area, and it's like a check off list. And so once you got all those checked off all those lists, you would get to go to a certain area where they ask you what the password is, basically. And if you answer correctly after filling out the whole list, then you go through this room. If you don't, then you go through this room. The room that they led, if you didn't know, it was just a pink room with a bunch of, what was it? It was pink room with a bunch of stuff that was really funny. They're probably happy I'm not ruining their tent, their ideas. One of my favorite rooms was actually this black light room. It was a bedroom, all black lights, 2 bunk beds on both sides, and it's like really cool. I'm like, oh, this is awesome. But then you see these ladders going down from the very ceiling, and you see holes there. They let it down every once in a while, and people would go up the stairs. I had to wait like at least a good half an hour to finally get a chance to go up there because everybody wanted to go up there. So you go up the stairs. The second room above that had a bunch of clouds and really poofy things and really chill, vibey music. It was tiny. So only a couple people could go at a time. You go up there, then chill there for a little bit. Then there's a big hole with a slide going out. You go down the slide, and then you slide into a room that's basically a giant castle made out of cardboard. It was really cool.
Oh, yeah.
And yeah, just each room was like that, So if I had money, I would do that. And last year, I was asked to DJ for a wrestling stage.
Oh, shit.
Which is really cool. They have this whole story about the big corporation coming in to take away the electric forest, and I forgot exactly what it is. But at one point, they do ask I wish I had water. They do ask like 4 different people. Excuse me. I've been talking so much. I'm not used to it. You know how like when you smile so much, you like your cheeks start hurting.
Right.
That's what's happening basically.
Prom photos, my cheeks start fluttering.
So at one point, they would reach out to 4 different people from the crowd, and they asked them, "Do you want to be a wrestler?" You can. So they would get them. They would go backstage, and they would dress up into whatever costumes they had back there, and they. So between each match, I got to DJ whatever I want.
Hell yeah.
When they brought those people, each DJ had their own music. They gave me their music to play for them, but for the people they would choose to go up there, I got to choose the music. So that's awesome, you know. You as a musician, it's like really cool. One of them was Yeah's Heads Will Roll, and then the other one was Godzilla. Dun, 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 you know that.
Yeah.
And then I chose like 3 other ones. I don't remember them, but yeah, just like being able to come up with somebody's incoming song is cool as fuck.
That is really fun.
Yeah.
Now, what's people go to.
Yeah. Feel the same way. We gotta chew them or something.
No.
Anyways,
As I was saying.
My question for you, so many people go to festivals for funnel cakes, for the music, for the booties hanging out, for the vibe of the crowd. What elements of a music festival keep you coming back, and which elements do you think makes a really good either music festival or event?
So, being a DJ, I've been asked to DJ for a lot of camping raves. And those smaller things are so much fun because it's a lot of friends. People are it's not as tight where you have to follow certain rules, if you know what I'm saying. So, just being free and having fun and walking around, those I like those a lot. And it's not so crowded.
true.
I only started going to like festivals only recently because I just DJ so much. I've always had to DJ somewhere, and I didn't have the money or I was booked to do something else, or I did my own events. I've been slowing down a lot more, trying to like enjoy myself more, So like locally, I love Riot Fest. Riot Fest is awesome because you got all the different bands. When I had money, I would just buy the ticket right away. I didn't care who was playing because like I wasn't really going for the bands even. I would go there, walk around, get lost, just people watch, and enjoy myself, run into different friends, have little adventures, then run into another group, go with them for a little bit. Like, yeah, it's fun. And then getting the opportunity to play for Spring Awakening and North Coast, that's a whole different experience because you're like backstage hanging out with like other industry friends and I was drinking then. I don't drink anymore. I'm trying not to most of the time. And there I would get free drinks and just like I get 2 drinks, go back outside, finish them, go back inside, get some more. And those were awesome. Like just like going backstage, hanging on stage with people. You wouldn't be able to like go to certain areas, obviously, but those are cool. But like in all honesty, the Electric Forest has been the best festival I've ever gone to because, again, all the themes, all the ideas. This past one, I got to DJ at the wrestling stage, and when I was walking around, because most of the time it was just me and him DJing the whole time. When I did get to go around, I got to experience some of it. So they have like the harps everywhere, the piano at one place where you can play it. There was this one area, I only got to go there at the very end. But there's like a chimney you crawl under and you go through this little tunnel and you come out the other side and then there's a DJ there and then there was a cross there with people getting whipped and stuff. Nice. It was tiny though, but it was really cool. And then just to have different experiences like that. And I haven't even seen the whole thing. I heard there's like a lake or something. So yeah, like that is the kind of festival I would like to go to and be a part of and make my own if one day I somehow become incredibly rich.
So I'm picking up the social aspect of it as well.
Yeah, yeah.
Just the community and just having the people together.
Exactly. Creating the memories, not just being there, getting fucked up and hearing music. You want to experience it. You want to see things. You want to like laugh and go in chimneys in a forest. You know, it's crazy.
Right.
Do you have like a favorite like exit story that you're able to tell?
There's two of them. There's two of them. Thank you. Yeah. Sorry, I got excited. So I'm pretty sure it was probably LecoVision. He's a body painter. He was painting some girl. I want to say it was her, but whatever. So at exit, they had the chain link fence there. If you've ever gone, yeah. So at one point, this girl starts climbing the fence and literally going upside down and just enjoying herself with the music, right? So that was really cool. The second story, which I really like, again, we would play all genres of music. So there were I don't know who was playing those juke artists, and this one kid, it's still online actually. I forgot who posted it, but if you like search Puke and Juke and Blacklight on Facebook, it just gave it away. There's this kid. I guess he drank too much. He has his head on the garbage can, and he's just his head down, and he's like puking, but he's still juking.
Puke and Juke. That
Puke
makes so
and Juke.
much sense.
Puke and Juke. Yeah,
God.
those are my two favorite stories. Yeah, it's a lot of beautiful, amazing memories there.
You know, we do have a couple comments here.
Oh yeah.
Squeak Star Zula says hi. She's
Hi,
tuning in.
thank
What's
you.
up, Squeak?
Thank you for
our friend Marley
everything.
Tomlinson. What's up, Marley? Good to hear
What
from
up?
you. Squeak says, Bobby, tell them about the ghost at exit who said your name.
Oh,
Oh my God! See, I love her. So, they, one of those ghost TV shows that they go to a place and they're like, I'm all of a sudden cold, or I hear voices, or whatever.
Ghost hunter. Or something.
Yeah. So, at one point, the main person asks, oh my God, why are you still here? Why do you come here? And then all of a sudden it says Bobby. So it says
What?
Bobby.
Where?
Bobby.
At exit at the second floor. So I see this and I'm like laughing my ass off. So I get my phone and I record it, and then he says, why do you come here? And then I say, Mister, and then the ghost says, Bobby. That's it. Yeah, it's so funny. So I go back and do it twice. I posted on that too. Somewhere.
You have ghosts coming to your event.
Yeah, I mean,
That's
who knows?
nuts,
I mean,
man.
hey, maybe they like the experiences too. They're trying to create the memories they weren't able to create when they were alive.
There you go, dude. That's nuts.
Imagine that being like a ghost who like lived in the 20s, like the 1920s.
Yeah, right?
Now you're in 2020. And you see,
Like, what is this music?
Twerking? I never twerked.
It needs
I
more
want to
banjo.
twerk now.
There's no room for Jesus here. Oh, you're all gonna wind up in purgatory with me.
I mean, what kind of people went to exit? Well, I don't know what it was before it was exit. So I mean,
Well, Exit's been around since the 80s.
but it was located somewhere else.
Somewhere
before.
else,
Yeah.
yeah.
So I don't know what it was before. It was probably just a house. Who knows?
Fuck, dude.
Who knows how many people died there?
Be a good place to be in purgatory. Though.
Yeah.
You get a lot of shows.
Did you know? Is it not live? It's not Livewire.
Our ghost purgatory. Sorry.
There's another bar that has ghosts. That I don't know the
Is it
whole
Liars
story.
Club?
Yeah. Do you know the story? Something.
No,
There was
no idea.
axe or something at one point. I don't know. I'd have to look it up again. But they have ghosts on the second floor too.
Yeah, a lot of like old school punk bars have like ghosts apparently.
That's what
Especially if
makes
they're
it
like
better.
built under like a house or something, you know.
Yeah.
I wanted to ask, going back into the music, there's like people have different opinions about what makes a musician or not, and some people are like, well, DJs, they just click buttons and they don't really like make music, they just click buttons. What do you have to say to those people that have that opinion?
So, at least as far as when I first started, it was more using your ear. to catch the beat, and that took a good amount of time. And then when your songs are actually on beat and going on at the same time, before you'd try to make it go together as long as you could, and songs would fluctuate. So you'd like kind of slow it down, move it up, whatever. And then on a mixer, you have the high, mids, and lows. So you can take off the kick, take off the highs, take off the middle part of the music. So ideally, when you're bringing two different songs, you can create a whole different song.
Right. Yeah.
Because you're using certain parts of each one. And now I there's times I do actually use sync when I'm trying to go from like 125 and just speed it up to like 128, 130 or whatever. I don't want to be so abrupt, but I'm slowly going up and beat matching at the same time. So and still changing the effects and adding filter, and I use a lot of halftime echo, and I have a good time. It's not just playing songs. You have technology lets you do so much. You can just a lot of the effects and looping things and I learned like I used to watch a lot of like the scratchers like Qbert. There was other people, and they'd like sample stuff and do cool vinyl tricks, and I kind of like, again, coming from vinyl and seeing, like, learning from my cousin, I kind of took that and started doing a lot of loops. Now, like when I bring in a song, I don't even use the kick. I use the highs and the mids, and then I'll loop it. So I'll do that for a good while and make a whole different song, and then switch the kicks, and then still now it's the highs from the other song, and then play with it a little bit, echoes, and like go back and forth and stuff. Like it's more fun.
So there is a lot of like musical strategy or musical techniques that you have to use when you DJ.
Yeah, definitely.
So then it's pretty much kind of like producing music.
Exactly, but live.
Exactly.
Yeah. It's you could easily mess up. A lot of people, they also DJ by key. I don't do that. I just make it work. It's just there's times where like say for example, you'll have two vocal tracks. If they start singing about something, then it's crashing because you're like, oh my God, which side do I go? But with the filters, you can throw in a real quick filter on the other one that you want to fade out, and it craves more of a background noise instead. So it's like you know what I mean?
Yeah. Do you have like a preferred style of? Because I know we have like we have like house music, like hard style, like all this kind of like electronic type of music. Do you have like a preferred style of music that you like resonate with?
So I grew up as a goth kid. I was like 12, 15 years old, and this girl, like, I guess she wanted to introduce me to the whole goth scene, and she introduced me to My Life with the Throat Coat Cult. Nine Inch Nails was really big. Marilyn Manson and David Bowie. Not that he's goth, but glam. Like that whole thing, and introduced me into wanting to paint my face and wear black. And now I'm more of the pastel goth look. Like, what was it? What was the question? I got excited.
Me too.
Yeah, right. What was the question again? I'm sorry.
You got your summer shirts. Look at you.
Yeah.
Seriously, yeah. Oh, actually, Squeak. I found this in Texas, and she added all this stuff on it. That's like, I don't know if you saw the back.
Oh, the stitching.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah,
Squeak's
cool?
shirts
Yeah.
again.
Shout out Squeaks.
Yeah. So
Squeak
musically,
also did comment back too. She said,
she better.
Exit's last location used to be an apartment building that burned down, and apparently people died upstairs.
Oh,
Wow.
That's where you had the black light.
There you go. So it probably was a ghost.
So I hope nobody died at Blacklight. So musically, what I like the most. See, I grew up as a goth kid, and when I first started DJing, it was all industrial and that kind of vibe. But that's not what people want to hear. So I obviously did a lot more like house music, and at one point I even played trap. A little bit of top 40s, but this again just trying to find myself, But for now, I mean, I get to play. Blacklight is predominantly house, tech house, bass house, UK bass, UK garage, that kind of vibe, techno, and then the silent disco, everything. I get to play at Submission on Division, which is at Bourbon on Division, and that's more goth, dark wave, industrial, minimal wave. Excuse me, a little bit of synth wave. Just darker music, even some dark techno. I'm trying to push it. Then I get to DJ at these warehouse parties, and those are more like hard techno, hard dance, hard trance. At least that's what I push. Everybody plays mostly hard techno, but again, I like everything. I don't want to be like everybody else. I have to have my own thing. So I'll throw in the hard dance and hard trance and other stuff that's just faster and still goes well. And that's I just like going all over the place.
You're a very unique person. You're showing us your shirt earlier. I see the spikes and the collars and all this. How would you define your aesthetic?
Earlier, I was trying to go with pastel goth. Yeah, that's kind of before I would always wear just black, probably a little bit of green. Like a lot of clothes that you would get from the alley. That's when you're first starting to get into the whole scene, and then you just slowly become your own person. And now I actually like color.
Well, but good on
mostly pastels. This is like I like the green, and then honestly, whenever I find a cool shirt, I was deciding either this one or another shirt that was green with Big Bird, and so I'll find these shirts and I'll take them to squeak them up, make them into squeakwear and make them unique. So it's still colorful but still dark.
Oh yeah, very cool.
I just got to give some more props out to Squeak because she suggested I come out here. She's been one of the people who's pushed me, who's kept me up. If I get sad because of something, she'll like yell at me. You're like, don't do this. Don't let people get to you. She's like made my merch, my like all the art. But it's not even just her. Like, Natalia, Angel Lunetta, Mario. Like there's so many artists, so many people who have like, it's not me who is people are paying attention to, I guess, because like I am just lucky.
Would you say they're like not necessarily?
I'm lucky to have these people in my life who are amazing, beautiful artists who are unique in themselves and just powerful people. And that's what I do is I bring these people together so that we can all have a good time and make money doing what we love to do. Sorry.
And I appreciate you getting emotional there. It's really cool. It's empowering, and I appreciate you for your vulnerability.
Thank you.
And I was hoping, for folks out there who are maybe new to the DIY scene, tell them why it's fucking important to hire folks like you guys, why it's important to have community, why it's important to hire vendors, why it's important to have this environment of music that flourishes good and positivity.
Well, it goes back to corporations watering down every single event, asking everybody for $10 waters, charging you $40 to go into the party, getting name brands, everything. I'd rather bring in, we got to all survive. We all have to succeed. I want to have all my friends come up with me. Like if I get big, I'm going to bring all my friends with me. We should all be finally rich instead of us giving big corporations all our money. Mm-hmm. That's why.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. It's unfortunate, I mean, there's, like you said, it's the big hungry machine chomping down. What do you think is going to have to change before DIY really takes over? And I think people, especially music consumers, realize that they need to start supporting DIY more than the ticket masters and this and that.
This is something I've been trying to teach myself, learn from mistakes, see what works better. It's weird. A lot of times, most of the people who get supported are I guess you got to change with time, right? No matter what you're doing. A lot of people support certain groups more so than they support others. And let's be real, it's all about media. So I'm trying to get better with media. Being here, honestly, it's gonna help me a lot. I've seen the videos the little clips that you've done for Squeak and Ammo, and like in this time we have to have those quick videos that are people are gonna see and like get like want to actually look into other people because they see those reels and stuff. Yeah.
Appreciate that. No,
Yeah.
we sure
Like
do.
seriously, thank you. I'm really happy to be here.
We're happy you're here too.
Yeah. And honestly, it's been a lot of fun. Like, you know, you guys are awesome, funny people. Yeah.
Thanks.
Especially
We
that shirt.
We tried. this thing screams laugh at me.
I love it.
This is laugh
I
with
honestly
me, not
always
at me,
wanted
not
to
with
get one.
me.
I almost bought one myself a long time ago.
I wouldn't suggest it at first. It was a gift.
It's a conversation starter.
Sure is. Yeah. I don't know if it's a conversation I want to have.
Give it to Squeak. Have her squeak it up.
I should ask Squeak.
You
to
need,
squeak
you
Put
need
some
one of
skulls on
those,
there.
Water shooting flowers.
I wish.
Oh my god.
Out my teat.
Titty.
Yeah, no, I appreciate it. It's for my brother's wedding. He's actually getting married in 2 weeks from now. So
That's really
congratulations, Bino.
You're gonna wear that?
yeah. This and jeans. It's gonna be.
It's everybody. That would be perfect.
Casual
Some Converse.
affair. Yeah.
I'd put mine in purple.
No, I'm excited. It'll be a good time.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll have squeak it up though.
That would be cool, honestly. She could make. I mean, if she made this is a cool shirt as it is already, but like all the extra things, she just makes it better.
I just love how you say squeak it up, and it's like now I
Squeakware.
know exactly what
Yeah,
you're saying.
yeah.
Squeakware.
Yeah.
Shout out squeak. We also have another comment from Marley Tomlinson here. She's saying, it's great to have a community of artists who support each other. That's amazing. We appreciate it. And you're amazing too, Marley. It's important. Where would you suggest people, maybe find that community if it's not necessarily out there for them?
It's kind of goes back to DJs asking me, how do they get booked? Back when I started, I wasn't getting booked. So you just got to create it yourself. Start talking to your friends, finding people who are trying to do stuff, like work with them. If you see somebody else, volunteer, try to help them, be a part of it, be a part of a group. You got to find it, no, they're not going to look for you because it gets busy. It's so much work to do these things. Like stand out a little more. I have tons of friends who like they try to do their own stuff too. They come and they help me break down. They help me set up. Like in all honesty, I wouldn't be able to do that stuff because I don't have enough money. So I'm literally doing the work of like 3 or 4 people for the price that I charge because like I want to be able to support this. Not support this or myself, but support the community. I want to be able to keep this going and not just let it be the corporations or the big groups that everybody follows. I want to help others who are trying to do the same exact thing that I am.
Now, what would you suggest to somebody who's maybe in your position when you were their age, somebody, a couple decades younger, who's looking to get into more DIY stuff, to doing DJing? What's some advice that maybe something that you maybe had to learn the hard way that you wish you can go back and tell yourself at that age?
So you start learning to read certain people's character from working with so many different people. You can tell when someone is more so just trying to take advantage of you and someone's actually trying to work with you. But even I haven't been 100 all like every single time. I've had my bad days where I haven't been able to give everybody that same love and then friendship and bringing them in. Sorry, I get lost sometimes. I don't know. I can't say. I don't know. I'm still trying to figure. The whole life is just trying to figure shit out. Really. Yeah.
Well, let me ask your future self then. Maybe 5-10 years down the line, where would you like to be as an artist?
See, that's another
or
thing.
in your personal life.
Yeah, that's another thing. Well, I mean, I'd like to be like my friend Martin, have a family and stuff one day, but I just kind of live my life day by day, trying to keep creating these fun events and memories. I don't know where I'm gonna be tomorrow. will probably be poor forever. Hopefully not. You know, I'm still trying to learn from my mistakes, but still advance and create the videos and adapt and learn. And hopefully I'll finally have a big crowd, you know, like that follows me. Hopefully I'll be like these people. But right now, again, it's just me, and we'll see what happens.
When you ever play in front of like big crowds and stuff like that, do you ever get like imposter syndrome? Or you're like, oh shit, I shouldn't be here? But in reality, I mean, obviously you should, but do you ever get that?
Yes and no. It depends on the event. If it's like an event where I feel like musically I don't really fit, then yeah, I'll get those ideas. Like I shouldn't be here. But then I that doesn't stop me from doing anything.
Mm-hmm.
I'll still try my best. I'll still do my homework and do what I can. I'm still gonna try. I've said yes to so many things that I probably shouldn't have been at, but I still did it. Like there's like I'm like, for example, I used to play mumaton at one point, but like Spanish Latin music isn't really my thing. It's not. I don't really know too much about it. Just from what I've grown up with, but I don't feel like I am the go-to person. But I still tried it. I still love it, and I sat down in front of my computer doing the homework, looking at the different remixes and the artists, and just literally days finding different people, different music.
Oh yeah.
That you have to do that if you want to keep changing. That's literally all I do. I have like thousands of screenshots of different artists and musics that I'm eventually gonna try to get.
Oh yeah.
I also want to know what keeps you moving, and you know, when you're feeling the power of these events and the music and the healing, and it brings people together. You know, what's really the underlining thing that keeps bringing you back to music?
Honestly, it's the memories and the what's ups, and the smiles and literally people going up to me and saying, you know, I've been following you forever. You've helped me through things. Just like all the love I get from everyone, it's wild. The connections you build just having these events, like it's I don't know. I still don't know what it is that I do or what helps everyone, but I just get a lot of people saying, like, thanking me for never giving up, thanking me for always trying and creating these things. Like, yeah, it's beautiful. It's amazing.
What do you think is the most powerful piece of feedback you've received from a fan?
Wow. Huh. Really, not feedback, just constantly telling me don't ever give up. Because there's been times where I you know, again, money is going to happen, life is going to happen, and you start doubting yourself and thinking, is this really worth it? Am I doing the right thing? Should I just give up and join the rest of the world and get a real job? But then you have these people, again, always thanking you, loving you, saying, like, giving you hugs and support and seriously just following you for years. That again, it gives me purpose. I like, without music, without this, I really don't know what else I would be doing. I was a barista for 5 years until want another story?
Yes.
Say was.
So I was a barista, and somebody gave me acid like 2 days beforehand. And it was really, really strong. I didn't know how strong it was going to be. And like 2 days later, I had to go to work, and I'm like, oh shit, I'm still on acid. I'm gonna try to go. So I went over there. My eyes were like, my pupils were like this, and they're like, hey, are you okay? I'm like, I try to take orders and stuff, but they're like, are you okay? And I told them that, you know, I took 2 days ago, I took acid, and it's still in my system. I still feel like wiry. They told me to go home, and when the whole thing was happening, you know, like, I guess it was a bad trip maybe, but a good trip, because I started realizing that, like, I'm working so much to make other people money. I had open decks there. I would have movie nights. I would bust my ass to get all these people to go there just so I can make tips. Because I'm not getting a bigger amount of money. I'm making a very little bit amount of money. I don't even want to say how much. And then whatever tips the people give me. And I was there by myself. So whatever tips I would keep. You don't have no idea. So the fact that I had to do all that work to organize these events, I'm like, I'm wasting my time. I need to do this for myself. That's one of the things that pushed me to start making my own events more and just putting all my time and effort and promotions and all that to myself and to my Mr. Bobby's world.
How much of an effect do psychedelics have in your music?
I don't really do it too often because it lasts too long. I work so much. I do want to have another mushroom trip soon, but I don't have time for that kind of stuff. I work really hard. I'm constantly at home, either editing film or editing the video to put on my YouTube, getting new music, promoting an event. Like I said, there's like over 30 different pages plus the different socials. There's certain times I guess that it works better for you when you're promoting something between 12 and 4. So I try to have scheduled posts, but you can't schedule posts on everything. I just work so much. I don't have time to do that stuff. I wish I did. I wish because I would love. I'm not a fan of acid, but mushrooms are the go-to. Yeah. Do you guys partake?
I used to.
Yeah. But not work, right?
No? Yeah, exactly. So I used to when I was younger. I would do shit ton of acid and just waste 2, 3, 4 days.
Exactly. It's too
just tripping out
and not sleeping.
Not sleeping, and then after you would come down, you get another 2 or 3 days of just sleeping.
Just sleeping to catch up. Exactly.
So fucking tired. And
exactly.
Shit. I took one time I was working as a dishwasher. It was a long time ago. One of my coworkers had acid tabs.
Nice.
And he was all like, I'll give it to you. I'll give you 2 for free if you take them right now in the middle of my shift. He's like, but I'll give them to you for free. Me being a dumbass, I was like, free drugs? Fuck yeah, I'll take them. And so I take them. I'm washing dishes. And I don't know, maybe like an hour later, it hits me. And I'm washing dishes, and I see all the water just starts like dripping down like a rainbow. So all the water droplets are like different colors. And I'm just like trying to smack it, trying to see if like I can smack the colors away. I'm like, it shouldn't be like this. This is water. It should be normal. And so I'm smacking the colors away. And my manager at the time, he's all like, why are you smacking the water? I'm all like, and like in a split second, I'm like, I probably shouldn't tell him I'm an acid. I'm like,
don't.
I don't know. I was trying to get a fly or something.
Yeah, that's smart. Hey, good.
And he sent me home afterwards. He's all like, because my pupils were like fucking that big. They're like shooting out of my eyeballs. And he sent me home.
Oh my God, you could tell right away.
Did you get fired or just sent home?
I got sent home. It's a service industry. Everyone's on drugs.
Yeah.
What
We'll
kind
see
of
you
drugs?
All kinds of drugs. Fucking, we were on weed. We were on mushrooms. We were on acid.
Sheesh.
A lot of cocaine happening in the
service industry. That's for sure.
Heard that. Yeah.
It was a wild time, man. And don't encourage anybody to do any of that stuff, but it happened.
I have an acid story.
Just if it makes you a better person, maybe.
Acid story. One time, I went to one of those rave camping things, and this guy was like going around like selling acid, but he had it in a little vial. So I'm like, oh, here's $20. And so like instead of putting it onto something, he like puts it straight in your mouth.
No.
So I opened my mouth, and I don't know how many went in there or whatever. We were like gonna camp, like had our grill out there. We're like gonna make food and stuff, but like at one point we're just like tripping so hard we couldn't do shit. So like the food is out there, we leave it out there. Flies start fucking coming around us, and like I'm sure we were all getting bit up and stuff. At one point, the cops came into the festival with a bunch of dogs. It was really far away, but I'm like looking. I'm like, I'm not going over there. And, the cops start, they go up with like walk up and down like the main road with the dogs, and then they leave, which was awesome because I was scared. Everybody was. I'm like, I'm gonna stay right here in this fly infested campground and with garbage everywhere, which it was nasty. And then so like I want to say we did this for like 2 days at least. And I remember every time we would go into the forest, because they had stages inside the forests. Well, you can't see anything, right? So you'd have these little lights that you would turn on. But if you're on acid, you're tripping harder because you have a light on.
Oh, shit.
So then you're like, oh, I got to turn this off. So you turn it off and then you can't see again.
Oh,
so it was like constantly going back and forth like that because they didn't have like lights leading you to all the stages.
Yeah.
And so whenever you would turn it back on, you'd see other people walking past you and I swear they look like elves
Tripping out.
and like dwarves and stuff, like crazy. But then you like all of a sudden you see the light coming out from the forest and you hear the music and then you see these like DJs playing. There was actually I remember this one DJ, he was like 60 something, big white hair. I remember everything looked like a triangle, and he was just DJing like psychedelic stuff. I don't even remember what it was.
Nice.
But yeah, I didn't sleep for like I want to say I finally went home the 4th day. And I was making music on Fruity Loops at that time, and I started making this really weird, cool ass song, which was probably the most abstract song I've ever made. And that's a 4-day acid trip. So don't take acid from strangers that isn't on something else already. Don't take it through your mouth.
I don't know. I kind of want to do it now.
At least you'll have a cool story. Be with friends.
Sounds great.
Be with friends who are going to take care of each other, because, you don't want to do that by yourself anywhere.
For sure. Set and setting.
Exactly.
Set and setting.
Yeah.
Oh, gosh. Well, we are getting to maybe just about that time here to wrap up in a few. We've been rolling for a bit, huh?
Damn, I didn't even. I kept talking about things and then getting lost and going into other stories and like, yeah. It's a beautiful life. The music industry and just it's crazy the things that happen, like.
What do you think you're maybe the most fortunate and grateful for in your life?
By far, the fact that I'm still doing this years later, still have people who come and support me, still am able to do it despite it not making a lot of money, because it's not about that. Just being able to it's not even like I recreated myself, but I kept evolving. And I think that itself is what has kept me here for so long, is constantly learning and growing musically. I didn't stick to one genre, which I feel like a lot of DJs, they stick to one genre forever and ever and ever. And I just like music. And I love all music. So I just bring it all together and become this whole different entity, colorful, unique creature.
Oh, yeah.
Well, Mr. DJ Bobby.
Just a Mr. Bobby. No
Mr.
DJ.
Bobby.
Yeah,
No
yeah,
DJ.
yeah.
My apologies.
That's all
I
good.
just want to be so super formal.
That's why you're wearing the shirt.
Of course, yes. Of course.
Very formal.
I wanted to. I was meeting a Mister today. I wanted to look nice for
there
the
you
Mister.
go.
Mr. Bobby, sorry, my mic keeps falling. This doesn't happen every time.
Your mic needs him.
Okay, it's a little cold in here. It's all in the
No, Mr. Bobby, I really appreciate you joining us today. And I was hoping maybe you could just, give the folks who are tuning in tonight, maybe if you have any last words of wisdom, anything you want people to receive from this episode, or just your music in general.
Just have a good time. Life is really short. Don't let things stop you from being happy, from taking chances, from enjoying yourself. Don't doubt yourself. The best part of life is making the mistakes, fucking up. But you keep learning from that, and you keep going and you keep growing, and just be happy. Don't don't stay stuck and sad forever, because it's not worth it. You're missing a lot. Life is beautiful because you make it beautiful.
There you go.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Heavens yeah.
Yeah. Heavens, yes.
Heavens, yes. I keep trying to say hell yeah, and then people are like, you shouldn't look all the time. I'm like, heavens yes, and I'm like, I sound like
That
a
does
dork.
not sound right.
Sound like I gotta kick my own ass. Heavens yes.
I do want to say thank you. Thank you for having me. Thank you for inviting me. This is really cool. I love the place and how it looks now. You guys are a great company. Very, very. You're on top of your stuff. So when I lose my train of thought, because I get let's be honest, it gets a little nervous because you're live and everything's being recorded.
Hell yeah.
So, but you guys are on top, so you help it keep going and moving. Like, you guys are good at this. Like, seriously, I hope you guys keep doing it. And how long have you been doing this for, if you don't mind me asking?
Over a year.
Over a year
Really?
now. Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
awesome.
Over a year.
That's really cool.
We've been, we've been really blessed and fortunate, you know, like you were saying before, trying to surround yourself with like-minded individuals, people who are also in the art scene that want to help others flourish in the art scene.
Exactly what this is about.
Yeah, it's really been an incredible blessing. It's been a diving board for so many people to get up, to show off their art, to show off their music. And it's been so cool that, you know, even just starting off as like, you know, a New Year's resolution for me, at least a couple of years ago, was just to meet new people in the arts. And like working with Jay Smooth here, it's been so fucking awesome to meet so many people. Every week we have a new guest, and I'm just incredibly blessed to keep surrounding myself again, like we said, with like-minded individuals, a lot of really great artists, and it's inspiring. And no, it's been a lot of fun. We've gotten a lot of really great feedback from it too. You know, just people really thankful that, you know, this is becoming a platform for folks to get up and do their thing in this look at me world of social media.
You're helping.
We don't think the artists who need the recognition or deserve the recognition are getting it. So
How do you find your guests?
word of mouth, friends of friends. You know, we've had a lot of people get on the show, and you know, they've reached out to other friends in the business, just looking for some more exposure for people to, you know, if they're trying
Which
to do
this is
some
perfect.
which
So
is perfect
super
for,
grateful.
right?
Yeah.
And even stuff for film too. We've had folks who are trying to raise money for films,
Amazing.
and just getting on here, raising money for stuff, and yeah, just trying to get the word out there for the arts.
This is
Chicago's a pretty amazing place for the arts. And
It is.
It really definitely needs to get onto that higher scale. And we ask a lot of the guests each week, you know, like what is it going to take? What's it going to take for the city of Chicago to get onto that next level? And hey, you're looking at it, man. This is it.
It's
you
happening.
know, it's happening. We're about our bullshit. And
Yeah.
no, I'm very proud of this show, and I'm so thankful for Jay Smooth for bringing me onto the show from the very beginning. And
You guys work really well together. Was that like a process, or was it just like, oh, you know, like, ha ha ha, you know?
It's
A little bit of
and,
both, yeah.
I'd say it's a yin and yang, you know, where I do a lot of like comedic stuff, and I was organizing comedy shows. Jay's a
no way.
musician, and he was organizing music shows.
Yeah.
So when we came
I
together,
organize
it was
parties.
kind of
Hey, we're all
There you go.
organizers
Yeah.
here. Very
Yeah.
cool. Very
Right?
cool.
So, you know, it was definitely just a yin and yang of trying to get together and make some people happy. Yeah. And now do events. And I was really happy we were able to talk to you tonight about your events, because I know that
I don't
we
know if
would
that
love to
inspired
collab.
you. If you guys do stuff like back to like the things I've always wanted to do, you know, like imagine something with comedy in the beginning, have live bands after that, and then go into
DJs at the
DJs.
end. Hey, man.
I'm here for it.
Hawk wins Mr. Bobby collab.
I'm
Let's
saying,
collaborate.
I got the sound, I got the lighting, I got the connections. I know you guys have the connections. We could be
yeah.
really, really cool.
Absolutely.
yeah.
No,
Yeah.
that would be an absolute.
That would be
Definitely.
amazing, honestly.
Definitely
cool.
talk about it for sure.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. I love this.
Well, let us know, for all you guys listening out there, what you'd like to see at that event, because I know,
Yeah.
hell, I'd buy a ticket for that. That'd be so
Yeah,
fun.
yeah.
That'd be so fun. We could definitely have a lot of fun. We're actually looking at a couple spots right now too.
Yeah. Trying to
our
do
next
something, I
endeavor.
believe, like August, September, just so we have like
Nice.
enough time to promote.
Couple places
Definitely.
out in the Pilsen area.
Oh,
that
really?
We're looking at, so stay tuned.
Like, yeah, they definitely need a big place, I feel.
Yeah, we were looking
Like,
at like the Archer Ballroom. You ever been there?
Yeah,
It's
I like
decent.
that place. Yeah,
Decent
yeah,
place.
yeah. But they stop at a certain time, right?
I'm not sure, to be honest. They've had like
I feel like they're like late, but not too late. I'm sorry, I come from the DJ world where we go
Where
to like
late is
6
like 8 in the
a.m.,
morning.
8 a.m. Yeah.
We don't know if this party will go that late. I still have a bedtime, and I got.
I've done events that have lasted for 12 hours.
Jeez.
Really?
And I'm up there, I'm having a good time. It gives me the energy. It's so much fun to see. And you'll see the crowd fluctuate into a different thing because they'll be there for the bands early, then slowly little change and into the party animals. And then even then those guys you can only last for a certain amount of time. So then you got the after hours crowd who come out. Yeah.
The afters crowd.
Yeah, they're all like
all geeked out. Let's go.
exactly.
Drinking riot juice.
Oh, yeah.
Well, whether you're an early riser, a late night seeker, the 8 a.m. caller, all the music fans out there, we love you. And
thank you.
I think that's maybe
Love
a
you
good
all.
way to kind of leave off the show is that go to some festivals this summer, have some fun. Go follow Mr. Bobby. We have all of his information down in the description below.
Yay, thank you.
Give him some like, give him some love, let him know who sent you.
Reach out if you guys want to work together, help out in any way. You're a DJ who wants to play. Give me some time because I am only one person. But I do try to get everybody. Let's work together. It's all about building a community.
Oh yeah.
Family, whoop whoop. No, but again, check out Mr. Bobby down below in the description. If you'd like to collaborate with him, please hit him up. All those links that you shared with us, we're going to share them down below. And usually at the end of the show, well, first and foremost, again, Mr. Bobby, I just want to say I'm a really big fan, and
Kind of cool to be here. I'm just like really nervous and like, oh, well, I don't got glasses on, but if I did, I'd go like this.
No, but sincerely, I really enjoyed your time here tonight. Both me and Jay really appreciate.
Do you guys end at 8, or do you keep going sometimes?
We try.
See where it goes. No, we wish you nothing but the best of luck. We really appreciate you joining us tonight and sharing
It's
fun
been a
stories.
lot of fun.
And I really know that a lot of people are going to be really inspired by your stories.
I
I'm
hope
glad
so.
you were able to come in and tell it tonight.
I do have a question. Weren't
Sure.
you guys on Milwaukee before? Wasn't that a Q4 place? Was it? Or am I confusing it?
They
Maybe they might have done something in Milwaukee, but I
I'm
don't.
getting my streets I feel like I did an event at Q4, but it was
It might have been part of Q4.
it was
Maybe.
before it became this.
Yeah, along because they've been around for a minute.
Yeah. And I did a event called Inspiration Invasion, where we had bands and DJs, and I actually performed my own music, which was cool because I sang my stuff and like
Hell yeah.
I like had a laptop in front of me and like kept it was really well, you said you're in a band, right? For me, when I'm out in front of like I'm not used to it, so like you're like at least when you're DJing you're looking down, you don't see the crowd. Like I said, moments where I look up and I laugh because like hey people are looking at me. But if you're like in a band, you're like nonstop, like looking like at people's faces. I when I would perform, I would like black out. I don't remember anything. I remember singing and I'd do my thing and like voice cracking and everything. But like I then I would stop and it would be over. But I wouldn't remember anything.
I've done that a couple times.
Yeah.
Thank you, Ian J. Oh.
That is a wild thing, even like people without even substance too, like folks who just like drive home and they're like, I just blacked out that entire time. I just like was not conscious the whole time. No dropper of alcohol, but like, you know what I mean though? You just blankly do things.
Yeah, you're just following the lines and just cars, just keep going.
Muscle memory.
Yeah.
Wild.
Muscle memory.
Personally, I listen to a lot of
That's
music.
impressive.
I screenshot a lot of music while anywhere I'm doing anything I'm doing, anywhere I'm going. I'm just like screenshots.
What do you listen to usually?
There are times where I get a little overwhelmed, like say after a big warehouse party. So I like listen to like some whatever's on the radio. Actually, something rare, like blues, orchestra stuff. That like it's like a whole different change. But my go-to is usually goth music, dark wave. Like that's my vibe. It just makes me. The sad music makes me happy. Yeah, that's my go-to. Yeah. But I listen to everything because obviously, again, DJing at so many different places, I do my homework. I do a lot of homework. Yeah. What's your vibe?
Me personally, a little bit of everything, man. I love rock and roll. I love blues music. I love Chicago blues. I like jazz music from time to time. I'm very punk rock. I love a good Irish rock band.
Nice.
And lately I've been listening to native electro. Native electro has been my new favorite genre. Like Native American beats, but over
they have really cool stuff. There's this one band who I saw yes. I saw them like 2-3 times now.
There's a lot of really great ones out there. But it's great for running too. I love running to some native electro. It's a lot of fun.
Oh yeah.
How about you, Jason?
What about you?
What you listening to these days?
Oh, dude, I listen to a lot of metal, a lot of rock and roll, a lot of math rock. For those of you who don't know, I play in a band called The Skies Are Shifting. May 30th, we have our EP coming out, Mind Awake, Body Asleep, Act 3.
Get it.
I am very proud to announce that May 30th, we're dropping that EP out.
I want to check it out.
Act 3. It's really good.
Hell yeah. That's awesome, brother.
And we're very proud of it. Go check it out on all streaming platforms.
What part of the band are you?
I play guitar.
The guitar? Cool.
Yeah.
Cool.
But yeah, we've been working on it for a long time. Probably a little bit over a year, to be honest.
Hell yeah.
And it's finally dropping May 30th. Go check it out, everyone.
Yeah.
Releasing your baby into the wild.
Dude, it's like birthing a baby.
Is this the first album?
It's a 3-part EP.
Okay.
We had Mind Awake, Body Asleep, Act 1.
Oh.
Then we had Act 2. And there's our final act from the 3-part EP, Act 3.
That's amazing.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
For those of you who don't know what math rock is.
Yeah.
Well, you ever heard of music with like a bunch of different time signature changes?
Yeah, like Schoolhouse Rock, like 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50. Yeah, math rock. Yeah.
Numbers. I hate numbers.
Yeah.
I decided to be a musician because I fucking hated math. And then they were all like, well, it involves a lot of numbers. I'm like, fuck. Anyways.
I was going to ask something stupid, but I'm not.
Do it. You just said do it.
No.
Do it.
No.
Okay.
I'm not.
Well,
it's
a math question.
We're
question. I was an athlete, not a mathlete. I'm not even gonna.
We're getting
put them into my mouth.
We're getting close to that time.
Yeah.
That's what happens when I get off nicotine. I just get a little whoopy. Loopy. I was hooked on those Zins, and I told you, I'm like, I gotta stop doing them.
Do you get like I know, like when I don't smoke
fucking
weed,
irritated all the time.
I know when I don't smoke weed for a while. Like, I took a little break off weed and I went to visit my parents for a little bit, and they're just asking me like a normal question, like, "How have you been? Well, how's work?"
How could you ask me that?
Yeah. In my brain, I was all like, "Stop asking me so many questions.
It's too hard."
Why do you care? Why do you care?
Yeah.
Like, I just wish I can give my moody teenager self at like 17 a cigarette and just be like, just chill.
Exactly, dude.
No, yeah, I get a little more irritable, a little more. Nicotine helps though. Nicotine sure helps. Yeah, I'm also trying to like cut out on beer. I think I'm allergic to beer in my older age.
That's something I would tell everybody is to cut out beer in general. I quit for a good amount of time, and like I said, I'm trying to go back to that point. being a musician, being a creator, being an organizer, you have so much more time. You're not there sleeping your whole time away. You don't have to recover. You remember more, even though sometimes I forget shit. You remember a lot more things. You can do a lot more things. Like I said, I do like 3-4 different things a weekend. I'm like waking up and doing the things and lifting, and you lose a lot of weight. Just everything. Like when you think about it, what good things in life really came from alcohol, except for maybe giving you a little bit of liquid courage? But even then, that liquid courage, the courage that you get with practice, you slowly get better at it where you don't even need it at all. So yeah,
Is it worth the hangover?
It's not worth it. It's totally not. Drink some water. I have those THC drinks have been my go-to lately.
Hell yeah.
They're amazing. Except I did get too high this past weekend.
Oh shit.
Dude, I would much rather get way too high on THC drinks than way too drunk any day of the week.
Exactly. It's the best.
Like, I'm never gonna like puke or like break shit if I'm too high, but like
I've never woken up the next day after being too high and been like, oh fuck, I can't function. I've done the opposite. I'm like, I feel great today.
Yep.
I slept like a fucking baby.
Yep.
Weed, what a great drink. What a. So if you were to pick a poison, you're going out, you're celebrating with friends. What's
definitely
your
get those THC drinks. Yeah. I'll smoke a little weed. That's I'm trying to like stick to that more, although there'll be times that I'll partake of other things. Yeah, but no alcohol. I try to avoid it. People will ask me to take a shot. Hey, take a shot with me because this. I'm like, for the most part, I say no. I rarely will say yes, but I try not to be like, okay, now that I had that one shot, I'm going to keep going. Yeah, that's just not what I want to do anymore.
Sure. Yeah. It ain't worth it. There's nothing guaranteed in life until you get older, and the more older you get, the harder that hangovers, heartache, and gravity hit.
It starts affecting your body, everything you do. Like it gets worse and worse. The just recovery becomes longer. Instead of 1 day, 2 days.
Should we wrap it up?
Probably.
Yeah, let's
do
wrap
it.
it up. Let's get on out of here. Jay's got to lose a little boy's room.
My bladder's not that big.
He's got a little.
Well, I feel the same. It's okay. I've been holding it in.
Well, because we got to use the little boy's room.
Not at the same time.
Not at the
We're
same time.
gonna play swords.
Yeah. Last time I played, I don't even want to Last time I played swords, I peed on my cousin. I peed all over his leg. And I was like, I can't ever.
So does
play
that mean you
swords
won?
again. Technically, he really lost because we were at the Allstate Arena.
Oh shit! Yeah.
So then you won.
Yeah.
So I won. He lost. He smelled like pee the rest of the hockey game.
Oh my god.
But I had to sit next to him. So who really won?
So yeah, there you go.
Anyways, before we
That's
get
a
our
great way to
streams
end
timed up,
this whole thing by talking about pee.
Anyways, we're gonna get out of here.
Officially demonetized.
So much fun.
Thanks for watching our story.
This is great.
Mr. Bobby, thank you so much again for joining us. Thank you for the kind words and all the love and the wise stories. Jay Smooth, thank you for a beautiful show as always. Thank you to our guest for tuning in tonight. Shout out to our friend Marley. Yes, we're going to send you a t-shirt. Hit me up in our social medias. Have your people connect to our people. We'll get you a t-shirt. But again, thank you guys for joining us here at Hawkwind's Radio Picture Show, where we are tuning live every Wednesday night from Q4 Radio in Chicago. My name is Jack Dwyer.
And I'm Jay Smooth.
And I was Mr. Bobby.
Oh, and he was Mr. Bobby.
Thank you.
Thank you. And that's the ghost of Bobby's friend who
He's my fan,
him
the ghost fan that I got. He follows me everywhere from exit to here.
from exit to here and everywhere. Even the afterlife can't stop the fandom.
I'm going to be partying back out in the afterlife. The best parties ever.
A rave yard.
A rave yard. Rave to the grave.
There you go.
Boo, 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 boo. All right, guys. Well, we're going to tune it out here. Thank you all for joining us. Like, share, hit subscribe. Check out our other videos. And if you didn't like it, well, we are called...
Windy?
Wind's Hawk.
Something.
We're called the OGs of Ukraine Village.
Yeah, you can call us that. Just don't call us late for dinner. Have a good night, guys. Take care. Be good to each other.
Peace.